It's Monday, March 4th, 2019, and time for your Barbados Today morning news update. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carol Williams. We begin with news that the 2019 sugarcane harvest is starting on time, despite previous rumblings over payment to farmers. It begins today with mobilization ahead of tomorrow's start of harvesting. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Inda Ware, told the media yesterday that all obstacles have been dealt with.
I've had detailed discussion with the union representative, Mr. Dwayne Paul, and he has assured me that information has already been passed to the workers for them to be in the fields on Tuesday. I am confident that we will have an on-time start to the 2019 sugar crop or sugar harvest, and that the working relationship between myself, the BAMC and the BSIL will continue in a very cordial manner as it is up to this time, and that my working relationship with the union as well will also continue to be a very cordial one.
Word came last week that cane farmers are in for a $9.7 million payday, but there were concerns about a new price offer from government for canes to be delivered this year. Chairman of the Barbados Sugar Industry Limited, Mark Seeley, now says all systems are go and they're pleased with the on-time start.
We have come to an agreement on the pricing and also the payment for the payment firstly for the 2018 crop, the outstanding payments, and also the pricing for the 2019 crop. We've worked very hard on this. There have been some differences, of course, like in any negotiation, but we're extremely pleased with the open lines of communication between the Minister and the Ministry of Agriculture that have taken place. And we've worked together to come up with an agreement that suits both parties, and therefore I can say with extreme confidence, because I've actually called all our farmers, that we are ready to start crop.
Political rhetoric, the reaction of the minister in the Ministry of Economic Affairs, Marsha Cattle, to Democratic Labour Party DLP criticism of the impending closure of the Productivity Council. The council will cease operations on March 29 after more than 25 years in operation, putting about 15 people on the breadline and saving the government more than $1 million in grants. The DLP has claimed that the agency was being scrapped without a sensible explanation. But at a Barbados Labour Party meeting at the St. Michael's School last evening, Cattle sought to set the record straight. She said a survey was conducted before the decision was made.
Among the social partners, 0% said that the Productivity Council was essential. 0%. 28% said it was highly desirable, and 73% considered it optional. Among the nation, Barbadian people, 12.8% said it was essential. 22.8% said it was highly desirable, meaning it is a nice to have. 64.4% said it was optional. Now, this is not about the officers and the very talented people who sit in the National Productivity Council. It is not about the very, very talented people who sat in the National Initiative for Service Excellence. It is not about those people. It is about the fact that we needed to get more honest and more practical about what we mean when we talk about delivering on competitiveness, delivering on productivity.
Meantime, Barbadians are being asked to give the Mia Mottley administration a chance as it continues its austerity program. The appeal is coming from Minister of Maritime Affairs and the Blue Economy, Kirk Humphrey. Addressing the same BLP meeting, Minister Humphrey said that the situation is difficult, but he urged residents to stay the course.
I want to thank you for staying this very difficult road with us. We've only been in now for less than a year, and you can see You can feel the things that we have done. You can feel in your spirit the transformation that is occurring in this country. You can feel it. Yet there are people who would want to tell you that what you're feeling ain't true. You don't know what you're feeling. And you don't know what you're seeing. These people who are paid to go on the call-in programs to say all manner of evil, all manner of evil against us. Look, pay them no mind exactly. I know what you have in Marcia Cattle. You know what you have in Marcia Cattle. Stay the course and allow us with Marcia Cattle and with Mia Morley to bring us to safety.
Moving on to the issue of crime, another measure will soon be introduced as part of crime-fighting efforts. It's coming in the form of whistleblowing legislation. The announcement was made by Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Dil Marshall on Saturday at the 10th anniversary cocktail reception of Crime Stoppers Barbados.
We have this thing about not wanting to tell, not wanting to expose. And your hotline will shortly be bolstered by the enactment of whistleblower legislation in Barbados. I anticipate that we will be able to get Parliament within the next 3 to 4 months. And that whistleblower legislation will seek to protect and to encourage citizens who are aware of corrupt practices to come forward and expose them.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Over now to Guyana, where trade unions have vowed to mount pressure on a Russian aluminum producer that sent home 61 workers. The company has suspended operations at its bauxite mining unit over a pay conflict with employees, but the unions are demanding their reinstatement. Last week, trade unions staged a joint protest at the company headquarters in the city. General Secretary of the Guyana Teachers Union, Coretta MacDonald, says the company's actions are unacceptable.
Times we have these foreign companies coming into our country, we're happy that we're having investors, but at the same time, stipulations must be laid out. If we had those stipulations laid out, then it would be very easy at this time for us to put that into action and to have the necessary penalties or sanctions be given to the companies. What we have here is a very brutal company who feels that they can treat Guyanese anyhow. And I just simply want to put it this way. If it were a Guyanese company operating in Russia, would we have been allowed to do to the Russians what they are doing to our citizens? And let me take you back to 2009. I'm not sure if you would remember that, but let me remind you that in 2009, Russian supervisors picked up spades against our people. No form of sanction was taken against them. And, if we go a little further to look at the conditions under which our people are working in those mining sites, they leave much to be desired.
And finally, the U.S. House Judiciary Committee plans to seek documents for more than 60 people and organizations as it begins investigations into possible obstruction of justice and abuse of power by President Donald Trump. The committee chairman told ABC News yesterday that they wanted to get documents from the Department of Justice, the president's son, Donald Trump Jr., and the chief financial officer of the Trump Organization, among others.
Impeachment is a long way down the road. We don't have the facts yet, but we're going to initiate proper investigations. The Republicans
impeachment investigation?
No. The Republicans spent 2 years shielding the president from any proper accountability. They threatened They threatened to impeach people in the Justice Department. They threatened the investigation, the Mueller investigation. It's our job to protect the rule of law. That's our core function. And to do that, we are going to initiate investigations into abuses of power, into corruption and into obstruction of justice.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. And sign up for breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I'm Carol Williams. Have a good day.